Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. And we're going to do something a little bit different today. This is the least expensive architectural home we've ever featured. It is currently priced under $600,000, which in Southern California is very inexpensive for a real detached single family home. And it's a bit of a unique property, as we always do. And one of the things that I like to focus on is not always just the architecture itself, but kind of almost a unique lifestyle. And I think we've done that with beach community homes. We've done that with some of the ones that are up in the hills. And now we're doing a type of home that we've really never featured before. And that is one of the sort of the canyon community homes. And, these communities exist kind of throughout Southern California. In Orange County, the two big ones that you hear about are Silverado Canyon and Majestic Canyon, and this home is located in Silverado Canyon. But I don't want to waste any time. I just want to get to it and kind of tell you a little bit about this house and kind of go through it. As it's a bit of a unique opportunity, especially for somebody who is on a budget. Maybe it's somebody who's even been looking at condos, thinking that that's the only thing that they can afford, not able to really get into sort of a unique single family home, but actually you can with a few caveats. So let's go ahead and go through it. So this is 28882 Olive Road in Silverado Canyon. It's just under 1,000 square feet, I think 953. It's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. So this is not a large house, right? You definitely are giving up something a little bit to be at this price point. As you can see, it is listed at $575,000, which is pretty affordable. It's not our listing. It's listed by Bogert of First Team Real Estate. But I want to take you through a little bit and just for a second before we start, talk a little bit about canyon living. So probably the big thing that you need to be aware of with a property like this is that fire insurance has grown increasingly difficult to get. And I haven't checked it for this individual property, but most likely this property will require something called the FAIR plan and then supplemental insurance. So the FAIR plan is a state-run insurance program for properties where it is difficult to obtain fire insurance. And it provides very minimal coverage. So you actually have to get a supplemental policy to cover all the things that it doesn't. So do understand that there will be sort of an added expense on this property. It's pretty small in size, being under 1,000 square feet, but plan on your insurance cost probably being somewhere in the $3,000 to $4,000 a year range for a property like this, which is a bit more than you would find on other single family homes. But with this said, let's get started. So this home was technically built in 1943. And I say technically because a lot of these canyon homes, the records aren't great on. This home might have been built earlier and they only applied for the permits in 1943, for example. And usually these homes have a bunch of additions and modifications over time. And I think that actually makes them kind of fun and they have a lot of character. So if you're the kind of person who likes everything to be perfect and perfectly level and perfectly straight, this probably isn't the home for you. But if you want something that feels kind of like this small place where you can really be exacting with your design, I think this is a great home to get started with. And because of the smaller size, any of the work you do is going to be a lot more manageable to a house like this. This one has also very fortunately been sort of upgraded and modernized in a way. So it has ducting in it. So it has a modern heating and cooling system. And what you're looking at here is kind of the main living room area. You've got a nice wooden front door. This fireplace is probably original on this house. It's a very simple brick with an insert. Again, this is under 1,000 square feet, so none of these rooms are going to be large. But you've got this kind of fun shed-like ceiling, a lot of glass. This is how you approach the house here. So the original part was probably here, and this back part was probably somewhat of an addition. So this might have originally been a one-bedroom property. This is kind of looking at this space. You've got this cool little light well here. We've got a view of the hills. That adds kind of a feeling of spaciousness. I think when you have these higher ceilings, it can really make a difference. Beautiful wood floors, a beautiful deck going out the side of the property. You've got this little window seat built in. There's all kinds of like fun nooks and crannies in houses like this because of the way they were sort of built over time. This one is maybe a little bit more eclectic and bohemian than I would do it. I think by creating kind of a more consistent feel in the decorating, I think you could really do a lot for this property. You've got a full service kitchen. So even though this is a smaller property, you've got a dining room over here with a big window. They've got something in front of it, and you could change that. It's looking back towards that living room and front entrance. So your main living areas are actually pretty decently sized here. You've got a lot of glass and windows looking out into the hillside, which is frankly the reason why you buy a property like this. In reality, you're about 15 minutes from a grocery store with a property like this, 15 or 20 minutes. So you do have to plan a little bit. But as you can see, you've got a normal kitchen with a dishwasher and a range and a full-size refrigerator. And then kind of this laundry pantry in back here, which is kind of a nice little feature in addition. This is one of the 2 bedrooms that you're looking at here. You've got kind of a cool angled window. Like I said, there's a lot of little fun shapes and unique things in a property like this. It looks like this bathroom was probably done sometime in the 70s or 80s. And it's in good condition. You might want to kind of design your own thing here. Beautiful front door with stained glass, with leaded glass rather. And then upstairs, you've got this extra large room that can kind of be used as a room and studio space. So that's pretty cool too. You've got a front patio out here, which I love. And then you've got views down out the canyon from this deck space and around the hills. Really, this is a very different style of living, but at this price point, this gives you a lot of unique options. If you're the kind of person who is looking at townhomes, this is kind of a unique alternative. You've got kind of a carport space under here. I can't really tell if that's a garage or not, where the deck jets out like this and cantilevers. Silverado Canyon also has like a little community center. And life is different out here. I can't emphasize that enough. This is a very different style of living, and it is not for everybody, but it might be for you. And we really wanted to do something that was different this week and kind of show you maybe an alternative way of living. It's out in the canyon, but it's really not that far on this property. It is on I think the lot is right about it's right about 5,000 square feet for the lot size, though that includes some hillside, which is not entirely usable. There's technically no mandatory HOA fee, though I think the community center might have an optional fee where you can join that. But really, totally a unique living opportunity. If you're interested in something like this, obviously we would love to help you and represent your interest as a buyer. If this home isn't for you, but you love architectural homes, we'd still love to help you. Definitely reach out to us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll hear about our other videos that we have coming up, our weekly market updates. We've got architectural videos like this, and then we kind of have some sort of more free-form, whatever topics we think are timely and interesting videos. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Questions and comments, we love them, and we will see you again real soon.